What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this week's episode of the Annie's Adventures and Friends show on YouTube. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already, please give this channel a subscription. It's free $99. You help me out, and you also are supporting local businesses by doing that. So today I have some amazing guests. I have Gilbert Jorgensen from Starr Central Studios, Leo Marketing. He's the boss man where I work, my day job. I've been trying to get him on forever, and he's here. I'm so excited. I'm just throwing you in the corner, sir. I also have Cassandra, and please help me with this, with Cantareras. Okay, great. Cantareras. If you guys don't know, make sure to go and follow these pages. If you're into pottery or interested in learning, this is the time that you need to tune in and get more information on her upcoming classes. And I also have the one and only Chef Bobby. Woo! I'm so excited. That's you. He's back from Dubai from 5-6 years you were gone. A minute. It was a minute, but he's back, and so we're gonna see where he's working now and the cool things that he has going on. I don't know if you guys remember El Paso. That was one of my favorite restaurants a few years ago, downtown. So he's always doing amazing things. So without further ado, real quick, I do work at Leo Marketing, Leo Marketing. We're a local full-service marketing agency. We can help you guys with everything from brokering deals at no cost to you for TV, radio, billboard, print, and streaming platforms. It doesn't cost you anything to use me to negotiate and broker those deals on your behalf. We can also help you with social media management. Video production is huge for us, which you'll see here in this facility. Graphic design, photography, SEO, Google, branding, social media influencing, PR. We got you from head to toe here in Central El Paso, and we completely understand the El Paso market, and we're not on mañana time. So if you're like some of our clients and you need things like yesterday, we got you. We got you. Also, if you're interested in video rentals or hiring a crew to come out and do video production, please contact me. That's what we do here at Leo Marketing and Starr Central Studios. We make regular visits, which Gilbert will get into right now, to LA to bring you guys the newest and greatest here in El Paso, because we want top-notch quality for you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this camera around, introduce everybody, and we'll get into our deep dive, okay? All right. What's up, you beautiful folks? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Gilbert, for allowing us to use the Learning Center up here in Central El Paso. But first off, I want to introduce, we have Cassandra, Chef Bobby, and Gilbert. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. Let's go on and start with ladies first. So, Cantareras. Okay. How long have you been around? How do people find you? Where did this all start for you? We want to know all the nitty gritty.
Okay. Well, I have been doing the ceramics classes for 2 years now in El Paso, and yeah, you can find me on Instagram. Actually, that's the only platform that I'm using right now.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a full-time job on top of your full-time job, right?
This is my full everything. This is my life. I just do Cantareras. I'm trying to make it like a craft school, doing not just ceramic classes but jewelry and bookbinding, and trying to integrate new stuff, but I started just doing ceramics.
Okay. What are some of the type of classes that you have? What are some of the items that people can expect to sign up to make? Do you have any events coming up that we also want to make sure that we get the information out there?
Yes. Well, I do have monthly classes where you do like three coffee mugs in a month, and then the last day you get to know the glazing part, which is kind of like confusing, and that's more like a formal class. I have advanced, I have wheel classes. I also do have like a pie, make your own pie, make your own.
Oh,
Chichi
cool.
Mezcalero.
What's the what?
The pie, make your own pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some tobacco pipes, and then what's a Chichi Mezcalero?
Chichi Mezcalero.
Yeah.
So it's like a regular Mezcalero, but you make your
Oh yeah, like I've seen them in Mexico. Okay, they're beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I bet that's a full class, just because they're so trendy, you know what I mean?
I really like to have like fun experience for people that have never tried before, so you feel like not scared to try it on.
Yeah.
So one of the upcoming ones is this 30 of September at Capri. I'm gonna be having a workshop there 3 to 5 p.m. And also my monthly class starts on October 1st.
And how do people, so is it like a membership, or do they just register for the monthly sessions, or how does that work?
Yes, right now you just go and ask me on Instagram and you pay for your class. You can pay for the monthly classes half to save your spot.
Sure.
And that's it. And then that's how you sign in.
Down payments are so important in El Paso. Yes, that's what I call them, like half at least, because we're on mañana time, and sometimes we do like to cancel last minute and not tell anybody. So that's super important that I encourage. So I'm glad that you do down payments businesses. If you're out there and you do classes, it's super important to do that.
Also on low, when it's really low, like in the summer, I did like even 25% off.
Sure.
I did 15% off. Like I know sometimes we are struggling and it's hard to get into those things, but you really have the time to do it, but not the money.
Sure.
So I try to do that. Also, I try to like have invite some students, like for the students that were with me the whole year or almost the whole year, I gave them like a free month.
Oh wow.
Or sometimes I kept them like come to the open studio and work with us.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
So there's perks for being a regular, yeah?
Yeah, totally.
I love it. So how do people find you?
Instagram, Cantareras
Underscore?
Yes, Cantareras _ That's it. You send me a message and that's it.
And where are you located?
I'm located on Montana 615, between Montana and Brown.
Okay.
So,
right near downtown central area.
Exactly. I have a doorbell. I share space with another artist, so you have to just click that, and I'm in the back.
And who's the other artist that you share space with?
Yeah, it's Cindy. Cindy has the Agatha code.
Gorgeous hats.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Also, she has a store there that she holds like artists from El
Is that
Paso.
where you got that
Yes,
necklace?
Exactly,
oh
yes.
my gosh. I'm obsessed. Her jewelry is fabulous.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's authentic. She's got fabulous taste. That's why I was super excited that you both teamed up together for a location. It makes sense.
It makes sense. We're women owning our businesses, and we help each other a lot. Like, to make, how can we make this better? And we hold events every like 2 months, like trying to grab people here.
It's important.
Also artists.
Yeah. I love it. And so real quick, what are some of the upcoming events and that people can register for?
So the most recent one you can get registered for the October monthly class. It starts on October 1st, and you can register, pay half of it, and then the rest on the 29th. And the next one also is the 30th for the Chichi Mezcalero.
For September, yes.
September, or also we are start going to Las Cruces if you want to do like a road trip.
Oh, nice. Or even for a local Las Cruces.
Yes.
Las Cruces? How do you say that? Las Cruces? Las Cruces? Las Cruces? Okay. People from Las Cruces can also sign up.
I have students from El Paso that they have they do a road trip there.
Yeah.
And then they go to
It's so
class.
quick, yeah. Do a nice little day trip on Highway 28. Yeah. Grab some cheese and wine at the what is it called? St. Michael's.
Isn't it?
No. Is it St. Michael's?
St. Clair's.
St. Clair's. No, it's not St. Clair's anymore. No, it keeps changing, but it's delicious, whatever it is now. Yeah. But I mean, it's a whole experience. And so to these classes, people can sign up with their friends and
couples. Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Is there anything that we missed that we want to make sure we cover?
That I also do, like if you have an event or if you have a birthday or bachelorette.
Yeah.
Bachelorette. Yeah. So you can go and do it in my studio.
Oh, perfect. That's a fun way to celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to have it like walks in welcome. But not yet.
Okay.
So you can just tell me that you want maybe a real class with your partner. Something fun, 3 hours.
Oh, that's cool. You should do a ghost. Call it Ghost.
Remember
the movie?
Yes, totally. Everyone
I bet. Like they're like, can I get my picture? Kind of like the Titanic, you know?
I'm gonna do that for sure.
Okay. So, and do you have any tips or advice for business owners?
Yes. Be consistent.
It's so important.
I know it looks like obvious, but it's not.
Yeah.
I was really scared of posting because it was too much for me. So now what I do is I just need to post this, and I just don't even think about it. So I just like,
Just get the information out.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm glad that you said that. I was recently on a marketing panel for the Horizon Summit, and that was my tip: was just get started, just do it. We're our own worst enemies. We overthink ourselves, but the information needs to get out first and foremost. So just do it. So that's a great tip. Anything else you want to add?
If you're not like feeling that well that day, just put the basic like place, time,
Yeah.
and post it.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Absolutely. You post regularly then, yeah?
Yeah, I try to.
Perfect.
I could be better, but I'm like much better than 2 years ago.
I love
And
it.
it's better to post at certain times too.
Yeah, everybody's
Morning and
different.
evening.
Yeah, everybody's page is different, but if you go into your analytics on the back end, it will tell you your peak times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like.
If you can, and I'm gonna nerd out real quick, so because that's what I do.
No, but it's
This is
true,
what
though.
I do. Yeah. So real quick, let me clean this up. I feel like it's a little. This is the great thing about having an all-natural show. Okay, so posting regularly. It is important. I recommend, I've told you guys this before, I'm like a broken record, at least once a day to your wall, at least 3 to 5 stories a day. I get more followers on my stories daily than my actual postings on my wall. And what is weird and cool about it is that a lot of them are not even currently following me, but they see my stories and it will lead them to my wall to get more content like what they already are enjoying in the stories. So that's why I stress the bare minimum, at least once a day, at least 3 to 5 times in the stories. And it is super hard. I know it, but it is important. And if you don't have the time, maybe call me and we can help you out. All right. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Chef Bobby. It's been a minute. How you doing?
Wonderful.
I'm so glad you came out today. I'm super excited to have you here. You're one of my favorite El Paso chefs. So I'm
Thank
super.
you.
No, yeah, it's really cool to have you back. I think, when did you move back?
March 17th.
March
last year.
17th. Okay, perfect.
And I did a year at the El Paso Country.
That's
Club, but
right.
We don't really need to talk about that.
Okay, no problem. But so it was kind of like you just starting to make your way in your entrance. People were like, the buzz is starting to create. Did
I
you hear Chef
actually
Bobby is
never
back?
thought I would come back to El Paso.
Really? Why is
Ever.
that?
My family moved to Ruidoso.
Oh, okay.
So even when I flew in, I'd fly in and go to Ruidoso.
Uh huh.
So I don't have a lot of family here anymore.
Okay, I see. I
Yeah.
see. But so we're lucky enough to have you back here then, yeah?
Here I am.
And you're coming back from Dubai, but you're from El
Roughly
Paso?
Dubai. You know,
Okay.
I was in the States
Mm-hmm.
when COVID happened, and I kind of got locked out of Dubai because they closed their borders.
Oh,
They closed their borders for like 9 months.
okay.
And I happened to be in the States when that happened.
Oh,
so
wow.
I just kind of never went back.
Oh, I see, okay.
Took some time off.
Sure. I'm sure you've been super busy. I mean, every time I see you're posting,
Well,
it's
Dubai
like,
was good to me.
was it? Tell us
Yeah.
about that. Well, so wait a minute. Let's back this train up. You're from El Paso originally?
Born and raised.
Okay. What are some of, how long have you been doing your culinary expertise here?
37 years.
37 years. Started here in El Paso?
The Greenery,
Okay.
popular Bassett Center, 3rd floor.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Bassett Center.
Oh, that's a minute ago. So, and the Greenery is now at the Solana. That's crazy.
And I also worked at the Greenery in the existing location.
Oh, really?
I worked
Okay.
for Mark Hines about 10 years of my life, maybe a little bit more.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. It's
When I was living in
great food
Japan, I
there.
left Japan to do 2900.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You left Japan. So where have you? Yes, where have you been? You know,
Japan, Dubai, Manila, Mexico City,
Manila.
Bahamas.
That's amazing.
But I've also traveled 67 countries.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it so much. So how did you
All
end
due
it?
to food.
All due to food.
Yeah, I've only taken a few vacations in my life. Even when I would travel to do a dinner, I would take 2 days, 1 to 2 days wherever I'm at.
Yeah, sure, to enjoy it and
Yeah.
see it since you're there, right?
Yeah,
Wow, what a life. What
pretty
a
blessed.
right.
Pretty lucky.
I mean, from my
All
end,
because I like to cook.
and I'm like, I just love to eat. I'm my father's daughter, so like, you know, I get a lot of my favorite chefs here, and it's super. I'm like a fangirl. I'm like kind of nerding out, you know what I mean? So we're here in El Paso. What are some of the other places that people would know about or remember? I said El Pisto earlier. That was like
Did you see my story yesterday?
Probably.
So did you notice what the Reagan did for me?
What?
They made me a pisto cup.
Did they?
And
No
we're
way.
serving flautas in it
Oh
on
my
Tuesdays
God.
only.
That is so cool. Cassandra, she's like, you're speaking my language.
I love eating. Like, my favorite thing.
So hold on, ready? Pisto,
Let me zoom in on that.
and then you turn it, and it's
Dude,
the
that's
Reagan.
so cool. How?
So,
What a cool homage.
so Tuesday, I didn't bring that menu though, but Tuesday we do tacos on Tuesday, and
Okay.
we only run that menu.
Sure. I've been
So-
before in the past. I need to go check out your Taco Tuesdays. And you guys have brunch, you do lunch, dinner.
Lunch started yesterday. Was our first day of lunch.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I was wondering when you said that earlier. I was like, when did you guys start doing lunch?
Yesterday was our first day.
Oh, real quick. This is the quack
Duck burger.
duck burger. I know, right? Tell us about the quack.
So it's ground duck, duck chicharron, duck confit inside the patty, and it's an 8-ounce patty, and then on the top is a duck egg.
Gorgeous.
And the fries are cooked in duck fat, and then the mayonnaise. I taught myself and my number 2 Lalo how to make foie gras aioli. So we render the foie gras, which turns just to foie gras fat,
Yeah.
and that's the oil for the mayonnaise.
Wow. So, and just so you know, El Paso, everything is made from scratch. That's just how he rolls. So, I mean, you grounded the duck meat and everything.
Yeah, duck has a lot of skin.
Mm-hmm.
So for every 4 breasts, 1 duck breast gets the fat ground, and the other skin turns into chicharrones.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. So, what are some of the other items that people can expect to find that you brought to the menu?
Well,
here?
even on Taco Tuesday, there's sometimes 2, but always 1 vegan taco. Vegans. But they're part of the world. So.
I know, right? Gosh darn it. No, that's
I mean,
great.
geez, the cows are grass fed. They're vegetarians, so that should be
You're silly.
enough, right?
No, so
I-
there's
well,
vegan options.
Yeah, so there's always going to be a choice of 5 tacos, and obviously the hook is going to be the tacos. Everything else is regular price. The tacos can't be $1 anymore. It's the
No,
times.
it's just-
They're
yeah.
$3. But I have a duck carnitas on the taco menu too.
Okay, awesome.
I'm a fan of duck.
I mean, there's steak
And
tartare.
we're making our own tortillas, and within a couple weeks, we're actually going to be grinding the corn to make the corn tortillas.
That's awesome.
So I bought a grinder for that.
Dude, that's big news for. I feel like we got some of the best culinary here in El Paso. Like
Oh, even
the scene
downtown,
is.
El Emmy's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you said that, I thought of
right
Elemi
around
and
the
Taco
corner,
Neta, and because they're all doing their own
Yeah.
tortillas. El Tiger, and so that's so cool.
So at the moment, we are making our own tortillas, but we don't grind the corn.
Okay.
We will soon.
Awesome, from head to toe, El
Grow
Paso.
the corn in his backyard.
When I owned, before we started Square Cow, I wanted to buy land in the valley and farm
That's
the
awesome.
vegetables. It's kind of
Square
been
Cow,
always a dream.
man, those burgers were amazing.
Bodega Loya has all kinds of vegetables.
I know.
Yeah.
You know him?
Uh,
Ralph, yeah.
I think I might have been there and not even realized that my uncle just passed away, and the services
Sorry to hear
was
that.
out there. And there was music playing. It was actually pretty incredible.
There's a lot of cool stuff going on
And
in
we were right
Socorro.
across the street from that James Beard guy.
Charlatan.
Charlatan,
But,
yeah.
I didn't realize that you couldn't get in.
Charlatan, and then on the way in is Cafe Pirro, which is brand new to the scene. They're open
Yeah, it's
3
cool.
days. Yeah, I love them so much.
Yeah, I think El Paso's.
Wine lounge open.
It's changed quite a bit. I'm enjoying it.
I'm impressed, right? Like, it's super cool to see the 180 from when I started Annie's Adventures 10 and a half years ago. I know, right? It's really cool. You liking those fries, huh, sir? It's really cool to see the 180 and people's attitude and the scene itself grow and mature. It's super cool.
Well, I've only lived in big cities.
Okay.
Except for
Right, El
but
Paso.
El Paso is a pretty big small
It's
town.
huge, yeah, yeah. So you're back downtown at the
The
Reagan.
Reagan.
What are the culinary hours there?
So
Excuse me.
we're gonna stick with closed on Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday through Friday is lunch, so that's 11 to 3.
Okay.
And then we do close for an hour, and then we do reopen at 4, but then the kitchen doesn't open at 5 until 5.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stick to some of my guns. Like the weekends, we're open till 11 with full menu, and I love to
Really?
do that. Yeah.
No, I love when I hear late menus because
I'm gonna try. My goal is, I have goals, and I've always wanted, like El Pisto.
Oh,
was
man.
hitting the goals.
the
People
best
were standing
hours waiting.
at 4 a.m.
Dude,
eating pozole.
I remember like going and seeing you carry pigs, the whole freaking pigs on your shoulders. And to me, still to this day, nobody makes fideo like you make fideo.
My
Like
fideo is good.
I can't even explain it. It was
Well,
amazing.
even
And I hope
pozole
if you
at
bring
the
it back,
Reagan-
please let me know.
Pozole at the Reagan, I switched, and we're doing green chili, and it's
Oh
pretty,
wow.
pretty amazing.
Tell me about some of the dishes that they'll find here that sets them apart from other places, please.
Okay, so on both lunch and dinner, there's something called takoyaki.
Okay.
And takoyaki, it's Japanese, and it translates to octopus donuts.
What?
And it's actually our best seller.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it almost goes down on every table.
Wow. Because everybody's like, what the heck is this?
And, I hate this word, but in reality, there's a lot of fusion on the menu.
Sure.
There's a lot of Mediterranean. I use the word Asian, but I'm going to head more towards Japan, not Asian in general,
Sure.
Japanese. A lot of Italian-inspired dishes, Mediterranean dishes. So it's pretty eclectic to what you could find. And for such a small little place, it's got a really cool menu.
Yeah. Well, the vibe is awesome. The food's always been great.
Alex Nava, who's the owner, we've been friends forever. And I almost said El Pisto. The Reagan is what I wanted El Pisto to always be.
Okay.
So our worlds just collided.
That's
and
awesome.
here we are.
That's
and
so
it was
cool.
funny. Just last week, I even showed it to him. I had a memory on Facebook.
Sure.
Where he was one of my DJs at.
Oh
El
my
Pisto.
God. Yeah, so at El Piso, you guys were doing all kinds of cool things.
Yeah. So the Reagan is what I kind of wanted El Pisto to always be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty blessed to be at the Reagan. This is the happiest I've been in, well, actually, since I left Dubai.
Oh, that's awesome. How
And
cool.
we're doing really, really cool things.
That's exciting.
And just one more little plug.
Tell me.
The Reagan's going to open in Austin.
Shut up. That's big news. Very cool.
Alex
Congratulations.
is very proud of being Texan.
Yeah.
So like even the business cards.
Well,
which
I
is-
love the branding. I think the Reagan has some of the best branding in El Paso. Everything from their shirts to their coasters to the to-go boxes. Look at this to-go box. Oh, look at that.
Here's our card. But if you turn
Damn,
it
that's
over,
such a cool card.
there's a little Texas symbol in the corner.
You guys do catering too and everything?
I guess we could. I don't think that's ever really been talked about, but we
Okay.
certainly could. But we have an upstairs, so we are able to,
Host,
if
yeah.
you wanted to do a little party on the inside, we have an upstairs to where people wouldn't bother you, and it's a fun restaurant.
It
We
is.
closed for 4 days,
Okay.
and then we reopened September 1st, and I guess you could say it's just very dining friendly now. It's not
Okay.
as dark. We
Okay.
have these really cool little LED lights that you just touch with your finger, and there's 3 different colors:
Oh, cool.
white, yellow, warm, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. So definitely go and check out the Reagan if you haven't been in a while. It's different now. The food it got a brand new menu. You're gonna be so excited. I'm just excited for El Paso.
I'm so excited.
Are you excited?
too.
Yeah, like I'm nerding out. I'm like I don't even know how to describe like amazing food. Just go
Yeah,
and
and like
order
I said,
it.
our brunch is fun. I really do feel brunch is for indulgent, and so like there's red velvet pancakes on the menu.
Tell me something. So give us some menu items on all the menus. Like just tell us some.
Chilaquiles, but they're like crazy good. The green chili pozole, chicken and waffles on the brunch menu, but the
Okay.
waffle is the bread, so it's a sandwich.
Oh, okay. I see it.
And the fish and chips are very authentic.
I need to go. That's what I saw right now. I'm a sucker for fish and chips, and I like to go
then
test them everywhere.
I've been able to source really cool ingredients. So instead of giving you malt vinegar, I spray or pour or whatever white vinegar powder, so it
What?
touches everything.
Wow.
So the thing that I hate about adding your malt vinegar is it makes something soggy.
Oh yeah, I
Powder
hate that.
doesn't,
I hate
and you
soggy.
get that sourness.
That's different.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen or heard of that.
Yeah, and then plus there's some steak tartare on the menu, and
Yum.
it's fun.
Yes.
Eclectic. There's a little of everything. There are vegan dishes, there are vegetarian dishes.
Something for everyone.
Vegans.
I
Yeah,
love it.
But there is something for everyone.
And so do you guys have anything coming up that you guys want to mention? Any
I think
events
we
or?
mentioned kind of what we want to is brunch and lunch. Lunch
Perfect.
for sure.
Cool.
Because nobody knows we're open, and
Every day but Monday?
we are closed Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, every day but Monday.
Perfect.
And the lunch menu, I think it's fun, and our cocktails. Alex might be mad for me saying this, but I really do believe that the Reagan's on the way to be top 100 cocktail bars in the world.
Wow. I mean, you would have experience in that, in knowing
Well,
that.
Alex loves the cocktail world, and I love the dining world.
Sure.
And I've been to many and cooked in many of the top 50 actually in the world.
Mhm.
So I love the fact that our worlds are
Colliding here in El
The
Paso,
cocktail menu
Texas.
is, if you look at the cocktail menu, it's very culinary based,
Oh yeah.
and it's got a photo of the glass that it's served in.
Okay.
And the way we write menus is it's like the ingredients, so you don't really have to ask questions. So even
You know
the way
what's
I
in it,
write a
yeah.
menu, like I even mentioned shallots, so you know it's in there.
Right.
So there's not really any questions. I don't like commas and with or on top, so it's really easy to read.
Yeah. The aesthetics are gorgeous. The flavor is woof. It's a must do El Paso. So how do they find you? Facebook,
The Reagan Instagram is very strong.
Yeah.
My Instagram is actually pretty strong.
Okay.
At Chef Bobby G, and then I have a second one at Chef Bobby G /art.
Oh,
my artwork,
I need to
too.
follow that one. Okay, cool.
And the Reagan, I think is just at the Reagan
Yeah.
EP.
Perfect.
I think, right?
All right. Well, if
I
not,
should
it's
know that,
probably
right?
coming that way soon with Austin
I'm
coming.
pretty sure I should know this. So let me just take a quick look.
Mills Avenue.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though.
At 313 East Mills Avenue, El Paso, Texas, downtown El Paso. Go and check them out. The Reagan. You will not be.
The Reagan EP.
Okay, the Reagan EP on Instagram. You will not be disappointed. I highly encourage you, get your butts down there. Have a girls' night. Take your best bud. Take your love. Whoever. Take them all. And tell them I sent you. Thanks, Chef. Oh, wait. Do you have any tips or advice for business owners?
I think
And
it was already mentioned. That's pretty important. Consistency is important. You
Yeah.
don't want to confuse people.
Mm-hmm.
And just stick to your guns.
I love
Don't
it.
give up.
Yes.
Don't be a vegan.
Don't be a vegan. Calm down, sir. All right.
Throw a stalk of celery at you.
You're silly. All right, Gilbert, how's it going?
Doing great. Thanks for
Thank you.
having me.
No, well, thank you for joining me. Thanks for letting us use the Learning Center here at Starr Central Studios. So Leo Marketing, how long has Leo Marketing been around? I've been with Leo Marketing 10 years now.
I think we officially incorporated legally in 2009, I think.
2009?
2010, around there. Yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, you've had other businesses. You've also worked as the video editor and producer. Is that right?
I was a video editor for
Video
KBI.
editor.
I was a photojournalist for KBI for many years, almost 10 years. I worked in the promotions and marketing department at KBI for a long time, my whole adult life, because I started working there when I was 18.
Okay.
So I did that for a long time, and I just jumped off on my own.
You had a restaurant downtown, so
Yeah.
you understand that world.
Yeah. It's called the Tree House. It was a little lounge right around the corner here on
Yeah,
Montana. Yeah.
that's
I remember
awesome.
that.
Right? Back in the day?
Back in the day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Small world. It was me and two other people. So it was
Okay.
Chris Swan was the main guy there. He's a
Chris Swan?
yeah, he was
the anchor?
operations manager. No, this is Ben Swan.
Oh, okay, Ben Swan, my
Brother,
bad. I was like, no way. Very cool. Okay. And then you had, what was it? Blue something or another? The just the studio?
Oh, the recording studio. Yeah, our old office. It's like what, 2 offices ago. I think it was in Montana. We at the basement. It was like a recording studio called
Yeah.
Studio Blue. So.
Studio Blue.
Yeah.
And that's where I jumped on, was I guess in that location, but when it's hit Leo Marketing, and now we're in more central El Paso, like downtown area. And we also, so it was Leo Marketing, and recently Star Central Studios is a brand new addition. Not brand new.
Yeah, it's been around since COVID.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Over 3 years.
So tell me, okay, so I want to talk about Leo Marketing and Star Central Studios, and we also have a learning facility. So I'm just going to let you take it away and kind of tell us about all of them in a nutshell. And then also, like why it's important for people to market, expectations, we're here for them, all that good stuff.
Well, Leo Marketing is an advertising agency. That term has changed throughout the years recently. Back in the day, it was just you shoot like a car commercial, and then you shoot for 3 months, it airs on TV, and then you go shoot another one. And that was that.
Yeah.
And now it's constant content all the time.
Every day, yeah.
A lot of photos, a lot of video. So the production side of things has really ramped up like 1,000,000% since back, in the days when I started, early 2000s and stuff like that. It's very different. So that's how we kind of shifted our focus to be kind of content focused.
Sure. And I even remember when I started at Leo Marketing, you guys were trying to work with the film, whoever's here, film commissions or whatever they're called, to help bring in like larger companies and more film projects here in El Paso. This was 10 years ago. So it's really cool to start seeing those things start happening. And, within the studio or Star Central Studios, we're having big name companies like Amazon, Netflix, History Channel rent from us directly here in El Paso for their productions.
There's a lot of production that goes on in El Paso, and a lot of people, a lot of projects that nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I know about it because I'm the rental house, and maybe our film commission knows about some of the bigger ones, but
Right.
the film industry is not Hollywood centric anymore. It's done everywhere all over the world, in every city imaginable, and El Paso is no exception to that.
Right.
I know that this is relatively new. I think it was like right after COVID. We started the rental house 2019, and we started like renting to people we knew and stuff like that. It wasn't until we moved to this location where we got like the insurance to rent to whoever, and that was during COVID. I think we did, 2019 was like 30, 40 rentals. 2020, about the same. Right after COVID, 2,100 rentals.
Shut up. sorry. I'm like, that's
And it
insane.
had to slow down since.
Wow, that's a blessing. And just so you guys know, if you guys are interested in video rental production, rental of equipment, or you need a crew, we have you covered. But how often do you go to LA to bring back items?
I've been to LA probably more times than anybody in El Paso. I try to go at least like once a quarter or so.
Okay.
We get our big van outside, our big truck that we have, and we load it up with all this stuff you see here, lighting, grip, camera equipment, whatever it is. I'm probably fixing to go soon because it's like a big fire sale right now because everybody's on strike. So
Oh, true.
we're gonna bring all that stuff that's used on the $200 million movies back to Texas, back to El Paso.
El Paso. So West Texas, this is probably the largest facility that's not the one
It's
of
the only rental house that's
Yeah.
this size, for sure. Probably the largest production company, for sure, in this area.
Yeah, that's so cool.
We try to do things the way that they're done in big cities across the world, So all those places that Chef I mentioned, like Dubai and New York and Los Angeles, all those places, like they have a standard for how you do things, and that's not necessarily a Hollywood thing. It's like that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And so just because you've seen somebody here that didn't do things to those standards doesn't mean the standards for El Paso.
Right. I understand. It's kind of like the difference between the "Hi, Dick" commercials. Remember those?
Bobby, like he's like, you don't care what people have done here in El Paso. He's trying to do things the way it's supposed to be done. You know.
Right.
You know.
I have learned the hard way.
Yeah, same.
I've left 3 times.
You left 3 times.
I hope this third time's the charm.
There you
We
go.
brought back all this stuff, and all this knowledge, and I think we've all done that. And, it's the times have changed in our community. It's not the same as it used to be. This is a new resurgence we're seeing, especially like in the Mission Trail. I was saying earlier, there's like the restaurants up there. There's a winery, a brewery, art galleries. That's in Socorro. So
I'm a West Sider,
Yeah.
so driving out there, you don't do it a lot.
You don't do it, but it's worth
No,
it.
but man, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad while I went out there, but it was such a nice time.
Right.
I mean, I was there for a celebration of life, and we celebrated.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's awesome. It's gorgeous out there. They've
It
really
is.
done a lot of hard
Our
work.
history is where El Paso started.
Yeah.
500 years ago.
First Thanksgiving, I hear.
Yeah. So I knew all about it because I had the privilege of doing a giant documentary for the County of El Paso / tourism video. Because unfortunately, we had our heads up our wares for 150 years, and nobody ever did a tourism video about the Mission Trail. Ever.
Right. I
Never.
know it's just the most basic
Yes.
for tourism here in El Paso, like the most obvious thing in our
Yeah,
history.
now is a perfect time because there's a big resurgence over there. I think in El Paso we had from 1920 to 1970, El Paso was it. It was like the city on top of the hill. The presidents were here, movie stars, movie premieres, and it was like this was like the place to be before Las Vegas, before all those places. And so I think 80s and 90s we had unfortunately we had some corruption, bad leadership, whatever it was, a downward spiral. And I think just 2010s or so we started pulling
Coming
ourselves
back up.
and trying to build the city
Also
back
does have a
again.
lot to offer.
Oh man, it's a diamond in the rough for
We
sure.
have an awesome baseball team now.
Yeah, sure.
I've actually been to one
The
game.
soccer game is so
Soccer's cool.
fun. Oh my gosh, we have the rhinos.
And
We
then
have
also have the border.
So
It's kind of cool just to walk over and go to Kentucky Club stuff.
yeah, you can still do that. Go to Nueva Central. That's one of my favorite things to do is
Yeah.
walk over and go there.
And that's I'm glad to be a part of it. This is all part of it. There was no film industry 5 years ago here.
Right.
There was not even one light stand that hold a professional light here in El Paso, and which is very odd for our city our size. It's kind of like if you're a contractor and you're like, well, I'm just going to go to El Paso. We're going to rent a bunch of trucks and stuff and cranes and build stuff there, and then that was not available to you.
Yeah.
You're like, well, that's very odd. Or there was no Home Depot to go to. That's what it was like to work in the film industry. Like,
Right.
these producers would come here and be like, what do you mean you don't have cameras? Or
Right. How can we
or
shoot here?
lights
Yeah.
or-
Why would they want to shoot here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, for a city our size, that was very embarrassing. And of course, you don't hear that because that's kind of film industry centric. But now, I think every few days we have rentals.
That's awesome.
Here for local filmmakers, from Netflix, from Amazon, from History Channel, from everywhere.
Real quick, because people ask me all the time, does Scooter work with us, sir?
Yes, Scooter is our studio manager.
And then Scooter, tell everybody, just for those who are under a rock, Scooter was just on the
I love
Tex-Mex
that.
Motors. Yeah.
Scooter made the show.
Tex-Mex Motors, right?
Yeah.
And that was Netflix?
Netflix.
Yeah, he does work with us here. Which says a lot because, again, if you guys need actors, if you guys need a team to do video production, or you already have a team but you're missing that equipment, you guys need a studio. You can't beat our prices, period. And I have always told everybody, we're cinema quality, Hollywood quality, but El Paso pricing. And so that's important to know if you're a local business owner, just because the content on video is so important. It is so important to have your shorts, to have your longs, to have storytelling, comedy, all of those things depending on what your business is. And we're here to help you from start to finish. So we also have a learning facility, which is newer, if you want to kind of talk about that.
We do have a nonprofit, so Starr Central Studios Learning Center. So that's designed to kind of, it's part education, part economic development to bring and grow the film industry here. So before this, this place where it existed, if you wanted to see any kind of cinema cameras or lights or anything else. You would have to travel to another city to see that.
Right.
And unfortunately for all our young filmmakers, they didn't have the opportunity to see all these things and learn them and touch them and work on them and work out on production. So, in fact, during the Mission Trail documentary, we were out in Mission Trail for 10 days. And we took a bunch of our students from the Learning Center and actually hired them
Oh, wow.
in our for-profit business to be production assistants.
That's great.
So they're on set.
Getting the experience.
Yeah, and then we hired a DP from Los Angeles, a friend of mine, Terrell, my girlfriend's cousin. He's a great guy. He just got
What's up, Jennifer?
Yeah. Jennifer's awesome. She's the one who runs the whole.
Man, Jennifer
nonprofit.
is amazing. Seriously. Yeah, the whole crew with Leo Marketing and Starr Central Studios is amazing. And I'm not just being biased, but so we have the learning facility. So and what's really cool and why I like to mention that is because I am going out and talking to schools. We work with schools at Leo Marketing, and there's a lot of them that are having their own film production, like extracurricular class, if you will. So when I mentioned that we have a learning center, all their eyes light up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it's all about. We're not going to be here forever. We need to pass on all this stuff, and to the people. I imagine a utopia where you don't have to leave El Paso to work in the film industry anymore.
Yeah.
It's starting to, just starting to appear as a little head. It's starting to have a little spark of that happening. We're having to get big projects here. We have Netflix shows shooting here now. Here locally,
Yeah.
With people, local crew, and all these students have this opportunity.
Super cool.
To learn all these things. Like
Instead of leaving, right? They all used to leave.
yeah, like our director of photography we hired for the Mission Trail, he just got off a little tiny movie called Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, just that little guy over there?
So he was teaching the kids like how that's done and how to do things on this level. That's
Right.
what you gotta strive for.
Right. I love it.
And that's what we're all about, just education, economic development. We need more resources here. We need to try to raise money. We're trying to build a classroom. We have a post-production facility we just finished. So, if anybody's out there wants to make us a donation wherever you can, Starr Central Studios, learningscenter.org. Go on there and whatever you want to donate to the kids and our efforts. We have a lot of resources that we donate from our for-profit businesses. So we're at a very unique advantage as a nonprofit. But we like to get people out here from Hollywood, people out here from New York to teach the
Right.
kids and have workshops and do more things. There's so much I can do by myself. I need everybody's help
Right.
as well. We need to help our kids. in
I
our
love that.
community,
I love that. So, if anybody's out there interested in coming to sign up for the learning facility center, how does that work?
Go to our website. Just show your interest. We do have groups of kids that we take. We tell our summer interns that just went back to college, went back to USC, went back to CMI in Las Cruces, went to UTEP, like all over the place. But they have valuable experience now.
Mm-hmm. Right. Instead of oh, well, you're not experienced enough, we can't hire you, right? The experience has to start somewhere,
Yeah,
and that
that's the way to
starts
do
here.
it, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Chef Bobby didn't learn how to cook on going on YouTube.
Julia Child on my 13-inch TV.
Right.
Is that how you got your inspiration and
Yeah,
everything?
Sesame
Oh, I
Street.
love that. Julia Child, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
that
got to work with her twice.
Shut your mouth. Sorry, that's rude, but Jiminy Crickets, that's so exciting. Dude,
Yeah.
he cooked with Julia
That's
Child.
exactly right. Yeah, you
Oh
gotta
my
go back
God.
doing it, right? You gotta go out there and do it, make your mark.
Do
and-
the damn thing.
and make mistakes and don't be afraid. Just like Cassandra said, you're gonna make mistakes. We're taught by young, little kids. If you fail, it's very, very bad. Well, that's not necessarily true. You pick yourself up, you do it again.
And you get better.
You can't let yourself let that be your detriment and put your head in the sand and cry about it. You go up and you do it again. And,
No one's perfect. You have to fail.
you have
Yeah,
to fail.
you have to fail. And you have to
suffer.
appreciate the fails because that's what helps you elevate to the next level, right?
It makes you a stronger person. If everybody's handed to you on a certain plate, you don't really learn anything. You don't really appreciate it.
I love it.
Everybody said the same thing. That tells you ask for advice for business owners. That's the number one thing. They didn't say be the smartest person. They didn't say be the richest person. They didn't say they said be the person that perseveres and never gives up. That's the most important thing. I'm from Lower Valley. I'm not rich. You know, I never dreamed of having something like this when I was little. You know, so
That's so
just
cool.
little by little, and never say you can't afford something, you can't do something. That's negative things. You can say, let me figure out a way to do that.
Yes,
Let me
there's
figure out
there's
a way
answers
to afford
everywhere.
it. Yeah.
You just have to learn how where they're
Yeah.
at and so forth,
A lot
and
of
do
people
the
say,
work.
like how much is the camera and lens package for the cinema? It's $250,000. You know, a lot of people just say that's too expensive. I can't afford that. They're like, well, I'm gonna go to LA and I'm gonna see like, right, like what can I find? What's used stuff y'all have? They use like one time on a movie. You know, let me talk to the bank. You know, let me do some stuff. Let me make it happen. You know, because it is important. It's not. It's you know, the problem with our education, especially higher learning, is they don't prioritize stuff like that. They say like $250,000 for camera lenses. No, we're not gonna do that. That's off the budget. It's not because they don't have the money. It's because they're not prioritizing it. So now what happens? Now everybody has to leave El Paso to go be able to have access to that equipment. And so that was that $250,000 investment worth it? In my opinion, it is. If I can do it, something of no particular importance, definitely UTEP can or EPCC can. They have billions of dollars. You know,
Right.
so it's just a matter of thinking about how what we need and what resources we need and how to grow our economy, because the film industry touches every other industry.
Yeah.
You know, we need catering. You know, we need, you know, artists,
Makeup, hair,
makeup,
designers,
contractors,
fashion, like
accountants, lawyers, people
Yeah.
who pay with trash, people who do everything. You know,
I
yeah,
have chef friends that
Yep.
only do movies.
only do crafting,
crafting, yeah.
services.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I only learned that because when I worked with Steven Seagal for the very short second, I learned about that. Yeah.
I have two friends from El Paso that are chefs at craft.
Really?
They only work movies.
Yeah, and that's so cool. You know, and the opportunities out there, no matter which area you want to work in the film industry, I mean, it's out there.
Yeah, so it's very important to, you know, that's why these cities around the world invest so much in the film industry, because it's the number one economic catalyst. It's not that difficult to start. You know, if we were to try to build like, you know, manufacturing and, you know, or especially electronics, that's like billions and billions and billions of dollars of infrastructure you have to rely on to do that. And the film industry is not.
Right.
You got to build some infrastructure, maybe some sound stages, some rental houses, some, you know, some education, and you're almost there. You know,
I love
so.
it. So we can help people with video production, video rentals, marketing their business. And real quick, because I'm on the Leo marketing side heavier, give me a little shout out there, sir. Like, why is it important to market your business in 2023? And how is your recommendation to do that?
Yeah, well, marketing your business is not really like a luxury anymore. It's,
Yeah,
it's part of
necessity.
doing business.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, they have the idea that marketing is some kind of investment.
It's a write-off, is
That
what it is.
That I invest this much money, so therefore I should get a return on that investment. No, it's you get the same return as your rent, your bills, your lawyer, your accountant. It's part of doing business. All the marketing, all that budget comes from your margins. And the reason I know is because that's all the Fortune 500 companies do. That if you go to Windex and you buy it for $4, you have the Walmart glass cleaner for $3. What does that extra dollar go to? Marketing, 100%. Who makes the Walmart glass cleaner? Windex.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Except you're taught that that brand is better.
Right.
So marketing is built into, it's a cost of doing business. It's part of your margin. Just like
It
you
should
pay
be
your
built
rent.
into it.
Yeah, just like you
You're
pay your
not
rent,
actually
pay
paying for
thing.
it, your customers are.
Correct. Just like any other expense of a business. It's an expense of a business, not an investment.
Right.
You
It
know?
should be thought out and
Yeah.
worked into your
Correct.
plan. Yeah.
It's something that you have to spend on. It's not something that you're like, you know, that's the number one mistake I see. A lot of people are like, if I have X amount of dollars, like how much will I make? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what your margins are. I don't know what your revenue
Your
is. I don't
customer
know what you're doing.
service,
You
if
know?
you're smiling, if you're friendly, or all those things. We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make
Yeah.
them
Are
drink.
you a lawyer? Are you selling tacos? Like, there's so many variables.
I remember we had this one client, she's one of my favorites to bring up. She was in the medical field, and she wanted to target the Hispanic audience, so we got on Spanish commercials. And then she was upset with us because when people were calling her talking in Spanish or coming in and talking in Spanish, she didn't know how to communicate with them.
Yeah, and she's like, well, why am I getting any customers? Like, it was like, we got leads. Like, you're not getting leads. You're like, yeah, people call me, but I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
So
because
you
I-
have
because
to
I don't
like,
speak Spanish. I was
you
like,
have to adapt and overcome to what it is that you're requesting, and there's a way to get it right. It's kind of silly. But
And this is an MD, something with an MD behind a doctor from there.
But so we can help with marketing from everybody. So one of our largest clients is Wing Daddy Sauce House. They started with you with one location. We help them with the 30 whatever locations here in El Paso, Las Cruces, El Paso, Mexico, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, and oncoming locations.
There's a few Lubbock in there.
Yeah, and they also
Is that Rico? I just saw you on with Rico.
Oh no, that's the El Paso Wing Factory.
Wing Factory.
Yeah.
Big Daddy's is a big
With
occasional
Ryan
business.
and- yeah.
Ryan McNillis and
Yeah.
Mario Southern.
Yeah, and they've been, 10 years or however long now they've been open. But again, they started with us with one location, so we do know how to help businesses who are interested in growing. That's our cup of tea. And especially food, we specialize in that. We do have lawyers and doctors, but the restaurants really have a great formula for that. We've even helped bring the charcoaler back from the dead with marketing. They were closed, they were gone, and then they teamed up with Wing Daddies guys, and we brought in the marketing, and now here we are. Toro Burger, they keep winning best burger. Jiminy Crickets, everybody loves them. We have Pelicans. We have all types of clients, and we can help you guys when you're ready to take your business to the next level. Is there anything you want to add to that, sir?
Well, I guess marketing does not save a failing business.
Sure.
Marketing is for a business that has it together, that's very creative and unique, and wants to grow. So the creativity of the client is much, 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 much more important than the creativity of the agency. And I'll give you an example. So if somebody had a restaurant, they had like Taco Tuesday, I was like, well, I have Taco Tuesday. And I have some taco shells from the Costco, and some ground beef, some yellow cheese, and less tomatoes. There you go. And then I was like, well, I want to market that. I was like, well, I can't really help someone do that because there's nothing unique about that. This is like 25 cents or something. I don't know. But there has to be a hook. It's like something, if you're creative like this is something that you can market.
Right. A duck burger. It's
burger.
nowhere else. And with the duck egg, all kinds of.
I don't even have to ask or care how much it costs because I want it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, there you go. That's what we're talking about there.
Those
That's
are
how you
tacos.
that's how you do Taco Tuesday. That's how you market a business.
Right. You have to stand out.
That's how you know a business is going to make it. A business is going to succeed because their creativity.
Right.
So you have a client.
And
like
what they're
that.
doing internally, and then we just take that and throw it out to the world.
Correct. Yeah. Wing Daddies. They had they started doing these
The margaritas.
these crazy margaritas, all these crazy garnishes.
Sir,
big
they sold out all the bomb pops in El Paso when they
Yes.
first started that.
Bomb Pop margaritas sold out all the bomb pops in El Paso. And what was the creative? You're like, well, what was the uniquely creative thing that your agency came up with? It was a picture of the margarita with a bomb pop in it that said bomb pop margarita and had a Wing Daddies logo.
Went viral. Like we were saying, don't overthink it. Just get it out there.
Get it out there. That's all you need. You don't need to overthink things.
And it is time consuming. So when you reach your limit, then that's when you call us and we help you at Leo Marketing. We
Right.
have a full team. We help guide you along the way. If you're our client already, we don't charge for consulting or any of that. We do have a la carte services. Everything is month to month prepay. We earn your business every month. 0 contracts. So just more benefits of working at Leo Marketing. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Well, I think that we all said it. Number one thing is perseverance. If you're to the point where you have to hire an advertising agency, that means you're doing very well.
Yes.
So, and it's a stepping stone of business. But I don't have to discourage people. Just start and do whatever you can.
Yes.
You have a phone. You have
And Facebook and
resources.
Instagram's free, right? If you're not on it, you're missing the boat.
Yeah, just do whatever you can. Use your resources you have available, and grow as your business grows.
Yes.
And then just be creative, be unique, and stand out from everybody else.
Yeah.
It's not-
People ask me all the time. Let me turn this camera around. Well, I have a hard time coming up with content. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use Chef Bobby for example, right? I'm at the Reagan. I need 3 to 5 stories. Well, I'm gonna make a quack burger. So here's one quick 15-second clip of me grinding up duck
He takes the feathers off.
because it's fresh. Yeah, well, you can turn it into a reel. You can do your story and then download that and then create a reel of the whole process, right? So the second story would be, this is a duck egg. I'm gonna fry this. It's huge. It's different than other eggs. The yolk is enormous. So post that there too to show the process of everything being building from scratch. You can even have a quick story of you layering the patty, then the egg and everything else. That's a quick story. Anything that you're doing, you can create quick stories with. And again, that's just going to help with the content. So just get it out there. How do people find us?
Well, I don't know. I think we're on every social media platform imaginable. We're a social media marketing company, so we gotta do that. Facebook, Instagram.
I know, we walk the walk, talk the talk. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Starr Central Studios, Leo Marketing,
It's a learning center too. It's a separate Instagram.
Starr Central Learning Center. And that's it. All you got to do is hit us up.
Let's do it. Make it happen. Go out there and make it happen.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, my beautiful guests. Please, please, please sign up for their pages, follow them, go to their classes, eat their food, get our marketing real quick. Quick at the end. Thank you so much, El Paso. I love you for going local. Thank you to my sponsors. I have Viva La Mocha, El Paso Zoo Society. Stay tuned with me. I'm going to be out there Friday. There's some cool things coming up. We also have the shops at Solana, Starr City Studios, Leo Marketing, and Dead Beach Brewery. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys need any help with your marketing, please reach out to me. I would love to help. If you need social media influencing posts, I can help you with that as well. I'm going to be out of town this weekend for birthday weekend. I'm going to go see Depeche Mode in Mexico City. I'm so excited. So I'll see you next week here on Wednesday. So stay tuned. And if you guys need anything, let me know and I'll help you out. Thank you so much. See you later. All at your disposal, El Paso. Just message me to book your time. If you need video rental equipment, we've got you covered as well. You name it, we got it. We make regular trips to LA to bring you in El Paso the best and greatest here. If you need crew, we got you covered too. If you just want video production and don't have a crew, we have you from head to toe. Video marketing, we can help you with your video production.